Alright everybody, welcome back to the channel. It is Saturday, rainy afternoon. I mean, it's so nasty out there. It's about 35 degrees and pouring down rain. So, while we were waiting for some parts for the Maverick, we got some parts for the NotchO Foxbody Mustang. Now, if you have been watching the videos, in the last video I broke the news that we would no longer be doing the Godzilla swap for a number of reasons. One, the Godzilla is still one of those engine combinations that's being proven, being tested, parts being developed. And I really wanted to take the Notch body back to the old school where we do a push rod motor. So the K-member that we purchased from Team Z Motorsports is for sale. I've had a couple of people interested in it, but we have moved on already, and this is the first pieces that we have ordered that are specific to doing a push rod small block V8. Now, I've discussed before that I would really like to keep the same style of block in the Mustang, a 8.2 deck small block, which is based off of the 302, which you can get up to 363 cubic inches. But I've been also looking at the possibility of doing a 351 Windsor-based engine, which would bring my cubic inches up, you know, and provide more torque. And that little Mustang, either one is going to be really good. So that is where we are now. Are we going to get the Windsor-based motor or the 8.2 deck 302 motor? We will have to see. But in order to do any of those, we had to get the K-member that will accommodate that. And that's what we have. One of the manufacturers that I have been using for years. I'm going to open it. I have not seen any of it, but I'm going to open it and we'll check it out together. This is the UPR K-member. And we will unbox that, get a look at her. Now, we did get the full chrome moly version. They sell a mild steel version, which is a little bit cheaper, but the chrome moly version is lighter. It is really light, and I believe, if I recall correctly, we'll look at these smaller boxes in just a minute, but if I'm not mistaken, the UPR K-member cuts about I want to say about I think about 70 pounds off the front. If that's not the actual amount, I will go back and edit and put over top of my head how much it actually weighs, less than the stock K-member. I do have my son with me today. Thank God he is back, formerly in the Army, in places like Fort Bliss and all across the country. He's been everywhere. And it's good to have him back at home. So some of these videos you're going to probably see him helping me, because my first Foxbody Mustang, my oldest son was old enough to help me, and now my youngest son is here, and yeah, I'll be glad to do some of this project with him. So here we are, UPR K-member. Oh yes, and they include a nice Team UPR decal. So this is the main big piece of it. Of course, it bolts up. It is powder coated in the beautiful silver. It almost looks chrome. It's so nice. I was going to bring it up here and compare it to the Team Z piece, but I'm not going to do that. Team Z is a great company as well. I have nothing bad to say about Team Z, but for the small block, I wanted to go back to the roots of my beginning of my engine projects, my Mustang projects of old. So we're going back to doing and using some of the manufacturers that we have used in the past. So that's the main piece. Let's get into these boxes and see what else we have in here. I think we got everything to complete the swap. And if you watch the other Foxbody Mustang videos that we already have the strange 10-way adjustable struts and the coilover springs that go with those. So let's see what we have in here. I know one of these is going to be hardware. We'll see what's in these bags. Now, I'm not giving a tutorial on how to use a knife, so if some of you younger kids are watching, follow what people tell you is a safe way to use a knife, not the way you see me do it, because it may or may not be safe. All right, these are and this is a full, this came with actually a full kit, because I have the stock bolts. These are for the rack and pinion steering. Now, when I ordered the Team Z K-member, I got the offset bushings. So when I ordered this one, I just got the regular bushings, just because I already have a set of offset bushings from the other K-member. So now, just in case I have to offset the rack either up or down, I'll have either the straight ones or the offset bushings. So that's for the rack and pinion steering. Let's see what's in this box. This is going to be some type of hardware probably as well. I will say this, UPR really wraps their stuff tight. Now, not talking bad about Team Z at all, but their stuff was not wrapped quite as well. But I didn't have any damage on my Team Z stuff either. Oh yeah, so we got the full, wow, yeah. This is all the bolts and nuts to bolt the K-member up, everything that we need. Might even have the, I'm not sure if it has the things for the motor mount. Probably not, no. No, this is everything we need to bolt the K-member up. I'm gonna put that back in this box, because I did accidentally slit part of that open, and I don't want to lose any of the nuts and bolts. So if any of you guys who are watching this are interested in the Godzilla Team Z K-member, it is for sale. I did have 2 people that contacted me before the holidays that were a ways away. I'm not going to ship it, in case you were wondering. I'm not shipping it, because the price that I'm selling it for, if I were to ship it, it would cost you almost as much as it would to just buy it from a place like LMR or one of the other places that sell the K-member, Team Z K-members. So, what do we have here? We have the A-arms. Now, I didn't have the A-arms for the Team Z yet. I was one of those things that I hadn't purchased yet, but these are the A-arms, and these are the bushings. We're going to do a full install when my son and I get in there and assemble this. Oh wow, they are definitely complete. They even have the grease, because there's a specific kind of grease that you need to put on these bushings that go in here, because it has to have a certain kind so that they don't squeak. And they also have brand new ball joints and a place to put the grease fitting for the ball joint. And underneath is just the other A-arm. So we have everything that we need for the installation. We have both A-arms, the K-member, the bushings for the rack and pinion, and the bushings for the actual A-arms where they attach to the K-member. So not basically, but actually we are pretty much ready to get that baby installed. So if you guys will just keep on watching, liking, and subscribing, the next video, most likely, unless something happens that we're not aware of, the next video that you guys are going to probably see is when my son and I get out there and get a little, not really dirty, because the notch back is we've already cleaned it off and everything. There's no engine in it, so it's going to make it pretty easy. And I'm going to do it a different way than I've done it in the past. I've watched a few videos and guys who have some great tips as far as removing the old K-member. One of the things that I want to do before we put the new mount the new K-member completely in there is to kind of clean up the area where the old one comes out. I did power wash the whole engine bay and as much as I could underneath, but some of the stuff you're not going to be able to get to until you pull the K-member down. So we'll be pulling those new wheels and tires off the front, dropping the whole suspension down. This time we're not going to just take a piece off, a piece off, a piece off. We're going to drop both coil springs, everything down pretty much at the same time, and I'm going to show you guys how that's done to make it easy. I mean, it's no point in us pulling stuff apart that we're not going to use. So we're not going to pull the A-arms off of the stock K-frame or any of that. We're just going to drop everything down, bolt the new stuff in, and then we're going to, I don't know, once we get the K-member installed on the notch body, it's still going to be hard to see the actual ride height. Right now it's sitting up so high in the front, it looks like a no prep car. You know how they have the front sitting up high when you take off. But we're going to try to get it, we're going to drop it down as low as we can on the suspension so you can kind of see the rake, and we'll be able to see how the tires tuck in under the fenders once we get everything down on the ground. But because there's no engine up front, we probably won't be able to get it as low as we'd like to see it in a picture, but we're going to do it, get it as low as we can. So that's all. A short video on the notch body, NotchO Foxbody. So keep on tuning in and you will see the rest when we get to it. Remember to like and subscribe, and once again I'll tell you I love you guys, God loves you, and so do I. See you on the next one. Have a blessed week.